Hello, sim racers. Welcome back to another live stream video. Just setting up my stream. So, most of you are aware that Assetto Corsa EVO has launched. It is an early access and a beta or alpha release. So, we are really excited to have it launched and to know that it will work on Linux on the day one launch date. So now I have purchased it and it is just $20 after 20% discount. And I have set all the same rules or commands on Steam launch. And I will use the same command as of Assetto Corsa and Assetto Corsa Competizione because they are using the same base. So we are going to explore all the functions available and how well it will run on Linux operating system. So just to make you aware that I'm using Manjaro Linux, and let's look at my device. So yeah, I have a mini PC from Minis Forum UM790 Pro, I think, and it is having 32 GB of RAM, out of which I've allocated around to 8 GB to GPU, and it is the CPU is AMD Ryzen 9 8945HS. It does have inbuilt GPU that is 780M, but I am using another GPU that is GPD G1. That is, let me see, I don't remember. I think that is 7600. Yeah, 7600M XTX version. So that's my setup for tonight. And that is the same setup I've been using for all my streams. So let's launch the game and yeah, let's look at the Proton. So I have set compatibility layer yes and Proton 9.0.4. Let me just check something on my phone. So yes, now the game is around 14 GB and after uh, uncompressing it is around 39 GB. So I have my game Mango HUD on, and for my edge shifter, I need this to enable it as a HID raw device. And for my C12 wheel, I am adding this hint because I think the SDL driver is not available. The new version should have it already. So I will launch the game and see how well it works using Proton 9.0.4, 9.0-4. Now we have the gallery, replays, and photographs. In settings, let's go into settings. Before that, let me disable the music because I am not sure if it is going to be copyright free or not. So let's just reduce. So we don't have, okay. So there is no music anymore. So in the audio section, we can select the audio output, which is good. So by default, it is pulse audio. Now let's go to credits. So here are all the credits here. Gameplay and HUD. Language English, skip intro, online mode is off. HUD is grayed out, so head-up display is grayed out. So finally we go to video section and see how much we can customize. So here I see that we can set it to 240 FPS and we can enable vertical sync and full screen mode and apply. So now we have unlimited frames and we have the resolution correct as per my monitor, and I do have around 140 frames per second available on my monitor, and now I can hear my GPU go crazy, GPU fans go crazy loud. In presets, what we have very low, low, medium, high, and ultra. So let's try at high. Yeah, let's try at high. So what did I change here? The frame rate and this. Okay, so now the GPU fans have calmed down, but they're picking up again. So let's continue further. Now let's look at the controls. To show you the controls, I will enable my camera, which is not straight, I think. All right, so this game has a very unique way of configuring the controls. So what you have to do is you can see all the controllers, their name. So what you do is, so you go to that control, okay, and then click on the function you want it to assign, okay, and then rotate, either rotate or press that button. So I will show you some more. For example, here I have this Cammus C12 hub where I have all the buttons. So let's assign some buttons here. I want to add engine on, engine off. So yeah, toggle. So yeah, this is my button for toggle. Then starter button. This is what I have been using. Bit limiter. This is what I've been using. Traction decrease is I was using this button, but I think I will switch it to this one. Decrease and increase. Now I'm looking for ABS. Yeah, so I have ABS, so I will use this rotary dial. Oh, this one I will use for increase and this one for decrease. All right, so I will just save it. For the pedals, I've already configured it before. So if I just go here, I press on the throttle and then press the throttle and it will assign. Now, yeah, here the issue I was facing is that it was inverted. So I change it to normal mode and it's fine. So I think that's it in the configuration. We still have to wait to get all the new updates where they will allow us to start academy or training and then special events. For now, tonight, they only have one car available. If I go to Wicre single player and garage, okay, so I see there are cars available. Okay, so I can switch the car. Interesting. Let's go to garage. Let's try something good. Okay, let's go with Golf 8 GT. Golf 8 GT. Is there any sports car or something? So let's go with Golf GT. All right. Well, we can change the livery as well. So I'll go with red, or let's continue with the same color. So now I have Golf. For maps, we have the tracks where I think only 4 are available, out of which Brands Hatch is twice because it is following two different tracks. One is GP track and other is Indy racing. Weather, we have multiple weathers available already. So we will start with clear first and then see how it goes. In the settings, let's say ignition, auto ignition off. Automatic gearbox off. Auto clutch, yes. Automatic clutch on start, yes. Starting stand assistant, okay. And idle line off. Stability control, all right. So there is no save button here, so I just go back. I hope it gets saved. Yes, so it's saved. So let's try a GP track on Brands Hatch and see how it goes. And because I am using golf, I am going to use the circle wheel, round wheel, and if needed, we can switch this using the quick release mechanism. I can assign the edge shifter as well and see how it goes. We'll do that after this a quick race. I see that the game loads, the game takes some time to load at the beginning and during the race as well. And the FPS keeps dropping. Let's look at the setting car setup. Oh, it's this car setup is different. So here you can see some of the artifacts. This is some issue at Mesa because one of the users in Linux sim racing community confirmed that it is not happening on NVIDIA cards. So they have a complete new design of car setup. Okay, some of the functions are not editable because of the vehicle. Oh wow, there is a lot of artifacts here. What the hell? How many players are there? Why? What is this? How is it allowed? I don't know. Let's just go back and do some changes and come back. Wow, that was crazy. That means that the AI is not quite ready yet. So let's go back to graphics and look at it. Um, so yeah, I think I can set to 190 maybe, and okay, and graphics high. I will use high. Yeah, let's go with high as per my GPU. So let's go back to drive single player, and this time I can reduce the number of opponents because they just go crazy. 12 is fine, and I can reduce. No, that's too low. Lie. Let's go. Let's try something now. I hope the GPU will not go crazy and the AI will behave in the of course race on my PC. So here I'm using SimRuiTo load cell pedals, and they're working perfectly fine on Assetto Corsa EVO. And you can see the FPS is going crazy, like under 20 FPS, which is too low. I don't know why. Why? Oh, okay, okay. So here my clutch is not getting disengaged. I'm not really sure what is happening. Oh, okay. My car was not on. I was really confused on what is happening here. Okay, another thing I want to see is why is there so many artifacts? All right, so let's go back to settings. Let's look, and the FPS count is too low for a gameplay on this level. So what I have to do is move it back and maybe disable vertical sync and see. This is very, very, very bad. So let's go back and redo the settings again. Sir, I'm going to move down to medium. Apply. I think I will check the Proton version. So let's go out and check the Proton version. Okay, now I know why. Okay, let's look at the Proton version once more. 9.0. What other options we have is experimental. So let's try 9.0. I'm sure 9.0 is much better than experimental for this game right now. For those who are still watching this video and are interested in sim racing on Linux, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel as your subscription helps me stay motivated to make such content. So now the GPU is at peace and we will launch the game and then it will start going crazy. Let's try with the default graphical settings for this, which is 60 FPS set, and we can try vertical sync because normally I keep it enabled. Then for graphics, I don't know, it's something on customs. So let's just continue and try it and then come back to the game again. Now, single player, quick race. I think before quick race, let's just do some practice laps on the same track and see how it goes. So let's see how well it works on practice. Then we can switch to I have taken a bath. So ignition, starter. Now I have it. Gear change working. So I have stable 60 FPS. So now I see some artifacts at places, and yes, it is happening mostly at the reflection points. Oh, this is different track. Force feedback is working fine, but I can increase the force feedback a little bit. I keep forgetting that this is, I think it is Grand Prix track of Brands Hatch. Can you see the artifacts? So here we are getting stable 60 FPS. Now let's try to increase the setting to max and see how well it works. So here I have a 60 FPS set. I can try to get it up and continue using the same graphical settings. Let's see. So how much I can get? I think I can only get 61 or 70. I see a lot of stuttering happening. I'm sure uh, I'm sure Kuno's team is aware of all the things happening during the early stage. So hopefully they will fix it soon. Right now, I feel a lot of stutter, so most likely this is from either the driver side or Proton side. So someone from the Proton team will have to look into this game. So let's try. So what I'm seeing right now is I'm getting 70 FPS, 60 to 70 FPS stable. I can now bring it down to let's say 60 and lock it there. Apply. Now let's move on to the max settings and see how well it works on the practice lap. So I am at ultra graphical settings. I am getting 30 to 40 mix and a lot of fluctuation in FPS. A lot of drop frames, I am guessing. So we can play at ultra settings on my setup, but it has to be at 60 frames per second and under. Now let's try the same settings in a race. Let's exit and come back to the game in race. So even the race weekend is off. Let's try 5 laps. I will change my car. So I have Golf GT. Everything is set. Let's go. See, this is what happens here. You can see it's completely stuck until it gets loaded. So let's quickly start my car and get ready. I see a lot of artifacts everywhere. I have 20 frames per second only. And the wheel is very smooth, so I may have to. And the AI is crazy, very crazy. And this is almost unplayable, so I may just go down with GPU graphical settings and move it to like medium. Let's see. And what I want to do is increase the force feedback. So again, for force feedback, I come to uh, Cammus C12 base 45%. So I will go up to 60% or 65 maybe and apply. Oh my god, there's a lot of stutter on this game. This is, I don't think this is due to the game. Actually, it is mostly either the graphics driver on Linux or Proton layer. So I think they are following the same track guide where the white line, two tires has to be inside the white line. Otherwise, they give you the penalty of cutting the track. This is not enjoyable at all for me. I don't know what you feel about it, but I see a lot of stutter very regularly. See, constantly I am facing stutter. So even if I go down, let me just try something. So let's say we set the FPS count to 30, all right, and apply and keep graphical setting at still I am facing stutter even at low graphics. So I think there is something in Proton layer where it is missing data. What I'm thinking is let's try Proton experimental and see if that makes any difference. Let's quickly look at the settings we have been using so far. So if I go to settings, graphics, so here I have FPS as 30. Okay, let me disable this and try one more time before switching to any other Proton. And I can just go 60. Let's go for the drive. Still have the same amount of stutter. The cars are nice, the track looks a little bit different, but I feel it is almost similar to Assetto Corsa Competizione. What? The radar is good. So the weather change effect is almost similar to Assetto Corsa. Let's look at the graphical settings and or control settings, sorry. So in control settings, the settings for stair lock, dynamic dampening is quite high, but still I don't feel the same like how detailed it is in Assetto Corsa and Assetto Corsa Competizione. But I think maybe because of the difference in the car. Okay, let's switch to a different Proton layer and see how well it goes. So for those who are still watching this video, please do subscribe to my channel, as your subscription keeps me motivated to make such information filled content, especially on gaming on Linux and sim racing on Linux. So let's launch the game again, but this time let's try a different Proton layer. This one before it was 9.0-4. Let's go with Proton Experimental. I don't know if others have felt the same. The game launch is quite slow. It takes long time for it to load. So let's try again using the same settings, everything same. This is going to be on Proton Experimental. Wow, this stutter was so bad that I didn't really understand what is happening. Why is he entering my car from behind? What's wrong with him? What do you guys think? Is Proton Experimental better than the Proton 9.0-5? Comment down below, please. Yes, it has less stutter than before. So I think yes, a little bit. I don't know why the post feedback is very jittery. Like I feel jumps between the turns, and it's not very smooth as it is on Assetto Corsa. See, it just maybe because of the stutter and the lag in some way. There's a lot of lag in the game on Linux. There are not many functions available on this game right now. So I think it will be better to wait for all the functions to be available and then make the purchase. Even though you are getting 20% off right now as uh, early access game, but it's not very fun to play on Linux. Though everything works out of the box, but the graphical issue has to be resolved by the drivers or the Proton team. And I'm not seeing any major difference, like other than the graphics. Yes, I don't know, maybe we have to try it on Windows, maybe wait for the drivers team to resolve the stutter issue and all the other issues, maybe lag in the post feedback data, and then try it again to see how well it performs. Let's see what the other Linux racers are talking about in our metrics chat, as they were able to get it working and they were facing similar issues like stuttering and artifacts. You can see here. Let's go to metrics and see what is the update. Did they find anything which can make it run better? So there we have it, the first launch of Assetto Corsa EVO and how well it works on Linux on day one. Hopefully we will get some logs and report it to the Proton team and see if that they can help us in any ways to get it running smoothly. and then I will do another live stream or a video about how well it runs after the quick fix. Till then, thank you for watching. For those who are still watching this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, as your subscription keeps me motivated to make such information filled content. Until then, see you in the next video. So it doesn't really launch on GE. I will stay on Proton experimental for now. So that's it for tonight's live stream. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.